Hello everyone, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. We wanted to just quickly do a Deandre Baker update. And the update is, at this point in time, Deandre Baker is still an idiot. Hasn't changed. And honestly, we're not really going to comment much more on this. I think this is going to be the last time we're going to say anything about it. I just find it interesting now that we have reports coming out from scouts and other NFL personnel that Deandre Baker was listed as being immature. One person said dumb as dirt, entitled. But again, at 22 years old or 21 years old at the time he was drafted, who isn't immature and entitled going into the NFL draft? You kind of hope he would grow out of those things, but being called dumb as dirt, well, I think that he has already portrayed that, and we already have an idea that he truly is dumb as dirt. And I wish him well in his future endeavors. I hope that he enjoys the Florida penal system, as, you know, with his new number being prisoner 1784629. You know what? They always say that you're innocent till proven guilty, but when you have multiple eyewitnesses, high-profile vehicles being used as the getaway cars, it's not looking good for Deandre. And then when you use a gun in Florida to commit a violent crime, it just makes it even worse for you. So again, our DeAndre Jordan. Thinking about the next. Hoping I can think about the next. Our Deandre Baker update is Deandre Baker is still stupid and dumb as dirt. Now, the big question should more be, what are the Giants going to do? I hope the Giants just release him immediately. I hope the Giants take the high road, but I don't think they will. They probably are going to wait to see how the situation plays out, so we're probably not going to have any information for at least probably a couple days now. But the question, I think, is how does this affect the roster and how does this affect the team? I mean, honestly, like I said, you still have, we still have a plethora of defensive backs at this point in time. We still have the kid that we drafted, the kids that we drafted. We still have some unrestricted, undrafted free agents on the team. We also still have, I think Grant Haley, Bradbury, Beal, Ballantyne, still around, Julian Love. Position-wise, we do need to take a look into the free agency market possibly to bring some camp bodies in. Aqib Talib is out there right now. He is 34 years old. He's not going to be the dominant corner that he was, but even though he's somewhat of a knucklehead in some regards early in his career, he kind of turned that around a little bit. He's a guy that can come in. He's a guy that could start right away, even for a short period of time, not for an extended period of time. But he's someone we could take a look at. Now, I know everyone's going to be looking at Logan Ryan. There was reports that he was going to be signing with the Jets. That came out that not to be true. He is 29, kind of still in the prime of his career. He had his best season last year in 19. I think he had 113 total tackles, 4 interceptions, 4.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and played in all 16 games. He is an option if we want to spend the money. More than likely, if we do not release Baker and void his contract, we cannot violate it for the morality clause, and we can't wipe it off the books yet. And even once we do that, the Players Association will immediately turn around and file a grievance on his behalf, so this could go on for a while. But like I said, I think we're pretty solid right now at the moment at just going into camp with who we have and maybe picking up some camp bodies. But I would not be shocked or dismayed if they brought in Aqib Talib or if they did bring in Logan Ryan. I think those would be two good options to bring in camp. Logan Ryan would be a fantastic option. I don't know if Gettleman at this point in time wants to spend the money, but in my eyes, in some regards, bringing in Ryan would kind of be a way to solidify the fan base to kind of forget what is going on with Deandre Baker and make it look like, you got Logan Ryan and James Bradbury on both corners. You're not that bad off. And like I said, Julian Love, to me, can slide back into his natural position as a slot corner like he played at Notre Dame. Like I said, we drafted Xavier, so, it would make sense to move with this going on with Deandre and move Julian Love back into the slot corner position. And then potentially move Ballantyne, I always forget how to say that guy's name, move him to the outside. Hopefully he progresses a little bit. Sam Beal, we got to hope that he can move forward. So it's not a it's not a bad situation as it looks. I mean, it's more bad optically before the organization, especially from an organization that always seems to every offseason have some kind of freaking issue or some kind of freaking problem. So I kind of hope that we are going to kind of progress from this. We're going to move forward. We're going to get away from it. It does not make Dave Gettleman look good. I am very curious to see what Joe Judge is going to do. Personally, like I said, you can't say you're cleaning out the locker room by getting rid of Odell and Janoris and Harrison and then not just dump Baker. Janoris was stupid. He had a dumbass tweet. He then turned around and didn't even cover it up well, didn't even apologize correctly, and they were just looking for a reason to waive him. And they were saying Harrison was a locker room lawyer. Odell was Odell. You don't trade a talent like Odell's unless you really think he's a problem. But you know what? Yeah, Odell may be on the bed with the French lady and doing something with the cigarette and everything else. I don't know. But he's not out robbing people. He's not a stick-up king. He's not Nino Brown. So you know what? Nino Brown wouldn't have got caught. So you gotta look at it that way. But I mean, Deandre Baker, and like I said, Deandre Baker. The update is Deandre Baker is an idiot. We hope he does well in his future endeavors as a quarterback starting for Florida Penal. And like I said, number 172468. Hopefully he can fit that on the back of his jersey. But like I said, unless something extenuating comes out, and to turn around and tell the guy to shoot someone if they walk in, if that is true, oh my God. State of Florida is a very liberal gun state. I lived in Florida, and I am a gun guy. But, not having a permit, I believe, in carrying a weapon is still a misdemeanor. But when you're filed with almost 8 or 9 counts of, that's all felony stuff, all the way down, especially when using a firearm, and the fact that he robbed like almost $50,000. That's all felonies, guys. That's all big time felonies. That's federal penitentiary time. I mean, that's you're not going to go to county. You're going to state or you're going to federal, especially if the FTA gets involved because you're using a firearm. And they'll probably try to make an example of him because of the fact that, well, you know what? He's a high profile athlete. Well, not really high profile. He sucked last year. I really had a hope that he was going to turn the corner on this, but he didn't. So again, hopefully we are wishing our good buddy Deandre Nino Brown Baker a fond farewell. Actually, I think he would be more G Money. Yeah, he's more G Money. He's not Nino. So we're going to call him Deandre G Money Baker. We hope he does well in his future, his new careers. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment with the Deandre Baker update. So if you could if you could subscribe, if you could ring the bell, if you could leave a comment, if you could go outside and get some bail for Deandre Baker, that would be awesome.